Oh boy, has it been a busy week for all of us targets. I've been asked what I think about the MK Ultra hearings and the Pentagon releasing the fact that they do, in fact, not only have directed energy weapons, but a plethora of different kinds of energy weapons in their arsenal, and their intention to plus up their inventory, and the demonstration they gave Texas out at White Sands. So, what do I think about it? I see two different reactions to all of this. I see the reaction that these hearings are horseshit, that, it's just another, theater, psyop, whatever, that it's just to take away from everything that's currently going on and all of the actual real technology and programs that are out there that are being perpetrated onto, civilian population. And you're right. We have a 50 to 70 year cycle where, our own government does things that are super fucked. And then once everybody's dead, that can be held accountable, they come around and they decide to have hearings on it. So this is not a new tactic. We've seen this over and over and over again. The difference is that with the things that are coming out right now, what does that do? What does it accomplish? It accomplishes a couple of things. One is it's vindicating targets, whether it's being done for a narrative or to control the release of information because they've got newer, better, more technology that they're hiding, so that they're going to release this stuff. Let the population know that, yeah, these weapons exist. They have been used on the civilian population. They are a threat, but they're a threat from China. They're a threat from Russia. So now we need billions of dollars so that we can plus up, our arsenal of directed energy weapons that they already have. But they need a reason to have it, right? So we're their reason. So that's the narrative that I see being spun here. But it doesn't change the fact that targets are being vindicated. Nobody can pull the crazy card on you guys anymore. It's over. Like it's done. There's a lot of vindication that's going to come out of this, whether it's for a narrative or not. So that's something that we can celebrate. It's real. They're happening. The programs exist. The weaponry exists. You guys know they're not crazy. TIs aren't crazy. You guys are vindicated. Done. That's game over. Now, why are they doing it? That's a whole different animal. The United States is the most heavily armed civilian population in the world on conventional weapons. Conventional weapons, we outgun any police force, military, it's game over, right? So in order for the population here in the United States of America to be subdued effectively, there has to be weaponry that can't be defended against. Directed energy weapons that, not only can attack you physically in your physiology and your biology, but also your environment. We're seeing this all over the place. And now they've admitted they exist. Well, in order to have a reason to have all of these and to increase a budget with billions and billions of dollars, is we've got to blame somebody for attacking Americans and American civilians on American soil, right? So Havana Syndrome, AHI, whatever you want to call it, whatever the new name is or the new acronym is this week. The reality is that we're going to have to sit here and come about and say, okay, well, now China's a threat, Russia's a threat, and they've attacked, our civilians, and so now the average normal population is going to go, oh, okay, well, let's go ahead and take away more of our freedoms. Let's go ahead and, be okay with our data centers that are, actually surveillance centers. Let's go ahead and, give them the budget to plus up all of the weaponry that they need in order to fight this adversary, right? That's what we're looking at. And then if you don't want to go with the China and Russia route, well, let's go with our whole fake-ass alien invasion thing. Okay, well, we have some unknown entities or unknown non-human intelligence, so NHI, what they call it, that is attacking civilian populations. So guess what? Now we need all these weapons. All the elements are there for false flags until you can choke. Like, it's all there. So both sides of you guys that are arguing about what the real intention is, all of you are really right. Yes, is there a narrative being spun? 100%. Does this benefit the TI community? 100%. It does. Because you can at least say, see, everybody, fuck you. I told you I wasn't crazy. You guys are involved in criminal activity. You're involved in, psychological torture operations. You're involved in all of this shit. And, you jumped on a bandwagon not knowing what you were involved in because it's so compartmentalized. You were unwillingly recruited to do illegal, operations, like your gang stalking groups, your community policing groups, all unconstitutional, illegal, you name it. And, an international crime, psychological torture. It is what it is. Calling it out for what it is. So now they need to respond to this. They need to respond to this exposure. And this exposure, unfortunately, I do think is intentional. And I think it's intentional because it's hiding the really exotic surveillance and weaponry, which is being run through IEEE, under the skin surveillance, the frequency basically, you guys, we're going to have to get with the program that we are internet. Our resonant frequencies, our biofields, we are internet. We are all connected to this mesh network, and they don't need chips. They don't need all of that to do that. Now, are they using those things for different reasons? They are, but they don't need it. So all of the really, really exotic technology that they're trying to bury, this is what they're burying it with. They're burying it with, directed energy weapons and all these things that are being used that are decades old. They're decades